Welcome, fellow anglers, to the Good Karma Sportfishing podcast. I am Captain Ryan Van Fleet, your host here in the Florida Keys. Each week I bring you fishing tips, stories, gear reviews, and more to help you maximize your fishing trip, catch big fish, and overall have fun. Keeping this short, as it's been a super busy week for me with some great new clients that had booked full days, and we caught a lot of fish. Now, as for my usual program, I shut down for Memorial Day because we just get loaded down here with Miami and Fort Lauderdale folks. It's hard to run my business. So years ago, I stopped taking trips on Memorial Day and over the 4th of July. Plus, I needed a little break, and I'm spending time with Melinda and my 3 pups. I used to watch the Florida Insider Fishing Report on Fox. I don't anymore for many reasons. It's just the same thing every summer. So I want to give you guys some real insider stuff so you can make the most out of your time fishing in the Keys and catch some fish. Good Karma's insider tips. I will try to throw an insider tip into the podcast each week. My podcast is free, and I don't do any ads, so I appreciate it when I hear someone shared, follows me, emails me, or leaves me a review on iTunes. Consider it payment. Okay, so here's what I know that you guys are not hearing. If you're coming down the Florida Keys this weekend, mainly the Upper Keys, don't get fixated on going outside the reef. If it's blowing hard, not worth it. Don't let the weatherman bring you down, though. The tarpon are rolling on the Channel 5, around the Channel 5 and Channel 2 bridges and the coffins right now for you tarpon guys. There's also a few big muttons, some cuberas that are mixed in along those Channel 2 and Channel 5 bridges, and some beautiful mangrove snappers right now. They're staging to move out to the reef here within the next couple weeks. So when that happens, I'll let you guys know. That's an option for you guys. That you guys, if you guys really want to go fishing and it's blowing, which is gonna be blowing. If you haven't checked the weather, check it out. So you got to start making plans. Tackle, you got to figure it out if you really want to go, because you don't want to come down here and get caught with your pants down. Have to buy stuff down here because it's gonna be a pain in the ass to get around and get to any of the stores with the traffic. Also, I don't fish the bridges anymore for many reasons, which, I'll discuss in a future podcast. Now, if you don't want to run all the way down the Channel 2 or Channel 5, set up at Whale Harbor Channel for the evening. Dead snapper carcass skins on the bottom work very well in that channel. Keep it really simple. It's a good place to, take your kids and chill out for the evening, set the hook, do some people watching, catch the sunset, eat some food, catch a monster tarpon as a bonus. Sounds like a good night, right? Yeah, buddy. But you got to get there early and claim your spot, because the guides that work out of Whale Harbor, man, they just motor right out of that channel, and that's where they do their half-day evening tarpon trips. So I have no clue about the setups, as I don't tarpon fish. I just know it works there. But also, too, under those Channel 5, under the Channel 5, Channel 2 bridges, be on the lookout for the permit, because they're cruising around, and the coffins. And I heard some reports of some decent mutton snapper and red groupers. That's red grouper fishing that's happening on the Patrice in 15 to 30 foot of water, which is something you guys need to be aware of. Now, I found this out on Monday from a client that fishes up by Ocean Reef. He showed me some awesome photos of some great muttons and red groupers that he caught with his son on this past Saturday on the Patches. He also caught a monster Cero Mac on a live Ballyhoop. Your bait of choice for this weekend should be Ballyhoop. The Ballyhoop are everywhere. They are thick. So I highly recommend you purchase a Ballyhoop before you head down. The Yellow Bait House in Key Largo carries them, and Marine Max at Ocean Reef carries them as well down here. I don't know of any other place in the Keys that carries them, but you need to contact Ballyhoop also too and find out where you can purchase one, or you can purchase one directly from them and have one overnighted to you before you head down. Now, we've had some rather big tides of late on this last full moon. My As far as my favorite setup on the Patrice, I highly recommend the knocker rig and cut ballyhoo plugs or live ballyhoo. So just refer to episode, I think it's episode 21 on how to fish the Patrice. You'll see the exact setups that I use. And I talk about the knocker rigs a little bit. As far as the peak bite times go, the best bite times for me, man, this on Monday and Tuesday was mid-morning to, I think it ended for me, it shut off at around like 4 o'clock. So closer to the low tide is when it shut down completely on me. You don't have to be outside the reef to get the fish if it's blowing, guys. If you do set up on the Patrice, or if you're going to go to the bridges, you guys read a lot about not using chum on the Patrice. I don't know who put that out there, man, over the years, but chum and more chum, especially if you're targeting hogfish. Throw in some specks of fresh live shrimp. The live shrimp down here right now are extremely small, so if you have a source for large live shrimp, I would highly recommend you buying some dead fresh shrimp and bringing it down. Don't rely on the local tackle shops for big shrimp right now because they're just not there. Chum and chum and chum. That's your best friend on the Patrice to get the big mutton snappers in. And the hogfish. Yes, you're going to have to sort through the grunts, but that's all part of the gig. My chum preference right now, like I said, in episode 40 is Captain's Choice. You can look it up. You can refer back to episode 40 and refer to the show notes on where to purchase it when you're down here. It's my favorite right now. I love Captain's Choice, especially when I fish on the Patrice. I had awesome luck with it last winter on the patches, and I'm having awesome luck with it right now along the reef for big flags and in the muttons. And then my second favorite, if you can't get a hold of the Captain's Choice, is killer bait. If you're looking to raise the ballyhoo quickly, then Captain's Choice is a must. It's pure sardine chum with lots of oil, no additives. Now, if you do get out over the weekend and you're going to be trying to fish some patches, I highly recommend that you stay within the state waters because the spear diver situation right now is pretty crazy. They're extremely aggressive, so I would. They've been anchoring up and diving in the chum along the reef, your chum slicks along the reef. It's quite annoying, and they'll basically fuck up your day because the yellowtails shut right down. Okay, so I'm going to leave you guys with this. Be nice to each other on the water this weekend. We are all here to fish and have fun. Please don't pollute and drive safe. Don't be one of those idiots my wife and I see all the time. It's not worth it. And most important, guys, remember why we have this Memorial Day weekend holiday. To say thank you and celebrate the men and women of service, both past and present, that protect our beautiful country so we can enjoy our lives. And remember, always be grateful and kind. Thanks in advance for leaving me a review on iTunes. And please follow me on Instagram at Good Karma Sportfishing _FL_Keys and on Facebook at Good Karma Sportfishing. You can also check out my website, goodkarmasportfishing.com. Thanks for listening, guys. And remember, anytime you're fishing, it's all good. Have a happy Memorial Day weekend.